Welcome to Digital to Foot Traffic. I am Kevin Shi.
And I am Scott Jensen. We are digital marketers with massive experience in running brick and mortar stores.
Join us each episode as we explore the latest digital marketing trends and uncover strategies from the best in the industry. This is Tina.
Hey,
Tina is my teacher in digital marketing that I took last time. I learned a lot from her.
Oh, great. Nice to meet you, Tina.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah. I'm sorry. I need to go to a separate.
Okay, no problem.
So I can hear you guys better.
She's.
So I hear Kevin.
Yeah, congratulations. You just started your own agency. Congrats.
Thank you. Very much.
You've been planning this for a long time.
I've been planning this for the last, let's say, 9 months.
So you're sick of working for other people, right?
Yes, and but I needed to get everything in place, like Hong Kong investment visa.
Is it easy?
And
Is it easy?
Yes. So it's. I hear really bad, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Can you hear me now?
Online.
Okay.
So that change has been going on a longer time.
Okay.
However, Asia is quite new to that, especially Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So that brings a lot of opportunities. That means a lot of more companies are waking up to the fact that having only advertising offline is not sufficient anymore because it's simply not where the clients are.
Do you
mobile.
Yes. Do you agree the sophistication of the agencies in Hong Kong is about 3 to 5 years behind US?
Oh, absolutely.
Especially in search. Search is even more, huh?
Correct. Yeah, it seems to me that because it's not that well developed yet, I feel that companies don't understand yet what it can do, so they are more socially tapped into it.
Yeah.
However, I feel that the search has been overlooked.
Okay.
Simply because they don't understand maybe how it can drive business.
But how come people in the US are more open-minded or more advanced? What do you think is the difference between the agencies here? I have my own theory. I just want to hear yours.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the companies, the way they work and they move, I think in the US it's just much faster.
Okay.
And in Asia, they're a little bit more afraid to try new things.
Okay.
And they're more, let's say in US and in Europe, maybe they're more bold in making those kind of decisions, like moving budgets and not knowing what you're doing. And, it's a different mindset.
Okay.
Whereas in Asia, sometimes I see people rather do the same thing all over than just try something different because they're afraid of failing. But I think US, the company culture is different. So it you kind of push to try out different stuff too. And that drives results and makes it more measurable. And this is something that Hong Kong is much more traditional. I'm not talking about the rest of Asia because I do feel there's huge differences within Asia as well.
Yeah, Singapore is pretty good.
Looking at Hong Kong. Sorry?
Singapore is a bit better than Hong Kong in a sense.
Better than Hong Kong in terms of...
In terms of like their technical, like their technical stuff is a bit better than Hong Kong.
Well, honestly, Singapore is much developed in that sense.
Yeah. Scott, do you have a question?
Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it's just Singapore, and I would say also China is quite well developed.
I see. Okay. Scott?
All right. That's really interesting, and I appreciate the insight, Tina. What I'm curious about is having worked at Google, and I didn't realize you were in the Dublin office. That's a great office. I've been there many times. It's a fantastic office. I didn't realize you were that one. But having worked at both Google and Facebook, and now that you're doing your own agency, you want to talk a little bit about how you're helping your clients navigate between the two, because the two products are very different, right? The companies do different things. How are you helping? And I would love to hear an example for our audiences, which is customers that are driving foot traffic or digital traffic to foot traffic. How are you helping them kind of decide between, if they've got dollars to spend, how do they what's their marketing mix between Facebook and Google?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think it's also just talking with them and to show them actually that some channels might not look that important, but actually do contribute to the sales channel. And I think a lot of companies and also the companies that I work with, I make them very clear that sales funnel, the customer customer goes through before converting is not as straightforward as they think. And you can demonstrate it with multi-touch attribution, obviously, where they can see the effect and you can see what the multiple touch points were. And you cannot really say if it's more Google or Facebook driven. I use both because both are strong in their own way and both drive sales, get that too, but also awareness part in order to convert.
Okay.
So, the good thing about online is you can measure everything. So I can exactly see what's happening. I can see how much it costs per click, and I can see who's coming for where, if they're converting or not. And at the end of the day, I can see the multi-touch attribution, right? So I can see actually the last assisted conversion or what kind of channels are attributed to that. And I think at the end of the day, you need to have that much more clear in place so that you understand how people move throughout the funnel and then assign the right budget to those channels. Because when you look at standard last click attribution, which is usually the last channel that converted, which is typically Google driving more quality traffic, right? Because you're putting your ad in front of someone who's already searching and has the wallet up. So it's much better quality traffic in a sense, whereas Facebook, you're pushing your product out, so people are not necessarily looking for it. However, if you look at last click attribution, that you would think, okay, everything that was driven by AdWords, so why would I even bother with Facebook? But when you dip that into the data, then you will see actually what the touch point was with Facebook as well. And you'll see typically that Facebook has contributed some way in discovery mode or awareness mode. And without being aware, it's harder to have conversions coming in because simply people don't know who you are or never heard of you. And so if you have typically a little bit of a pricey product, it's also, they're gonna go and do the search. So they're gonna look up reviews, stuff like that. So it's really looking at, and for clients, that's also, again, different, right? So it's the industry they're in, it's the people they're targeting, they have different behaviors. But it's all about following the measurement and conversions and kind of pinpointing the other touch points that potential client has with your brand and where that happens and how that influences the rest of the funnel.
That's great. Do you have and I appreciate that. I think you're exactly right. And Kevin and I talk quite a bit about attribution, and we talk about it on this podcast quite a bit. And you're right, there's an important piece there. Would you mind giving us a specific example of how you've used the two platforms to promote a client? And obviously, you don't have to give away names if you don't want to, but would love to hear, I think our audience would love to hear an example of something that you've seen and in particular. Some
retail stores if you have.
But because I started signing on clients just literally half February, so I don't have my own a lot at the moment. So I'm running campaigns. I haven't started for all my clients yet. So I just started one Google campaign for now, and I hope more will follow much faster. But I did before I worked in an agency, so I have seen some campaigns. I was also part of it as well. And usually I deal with online retailers.
Okay.
And my strategy typically is to use Facebook in awareness phase, so it doesn't need to be necessarily very, let's say, salesy or, it's just very soft sales that you can promote on Facebook, but let these people know, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do. And I drive more qualified conversions that happens mostly on Google AdWords. But typically those two channels are huge, so you can do a lot of things on that. My experience is, for example, with online retail, because that's my experience the most, is that retargeting works really well on Facebook. So we did a campaign where we drove a lot of traffic, let's say, from AdWords or from display. Let's say Gmail ads as well. But that didn't really convert that well. So what we then did, we retargeted those people back on Facebook.
Okay.
So now you're making it really, really specific. And you're actually tapping into the audience that came from one channel. Yeah. And then you're targeting them back on Facebook, and then we can upload.
So this
responding to the ad, going to the website.
So this retargeting ad is not just the name of the store; it's the specific merchandise that they're looking at, right? So this is like retargeting 2.0, right? It's like Amazon, right? The specific item that they're looking at, you retarget them on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so what I want to say is like what campaigns with did or strong results came also from that tactic, right? So you have the Facebook pixel installed, and whenever you drive traffic, and it could be by Google, but it could be another like SEO or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then you can, the stronger campaigns that perform really well are the ones that you're targeting back on Facebook as well, because it's like a repetition of your message as well, and then you can run. It's a good moment to really re-engage the client again and get them interested. So then you run just a very targeted campaign only for that audience.
Okay.
So targeted. So it's very efficient. Very efficient. You don't pay that much either because it's more targeted audience.
Is it cheaper than Google?
Sorry?
Is it cheaper than Google?
It depends.
Okay.
It really depends. It's tough to say. It's really. I'm not a fan of having. Like industry kind of standards, because there is just none. You have to really look at your own, and you have to determine what works for you, what doesn't.
Okay.
You can use the same industry for guidelines, but Facebook never publishes those information. I don't believe any other sources telling you that information because Facebook just doesn't. Yeah. There's so many variables involved. There's no way you can compare it. With Google AdWords, you can, and you can in analytics, you would be able to see if you generate more impressions and clicks and stuff like that. But yeah, it's better to look at your own kind of performance and just decide from there if that works for you or not, because there are very much variables involved, so you cannot.
Okay, Scott?
That's great.
But in addition to that, though, Google is typically more expensive. It's more expensive.
You heard of Google inflation?
It's just because the Google obviously removed the ads on the right-hand side, so you're competing not top 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And the competitors are bidding like crazy, to be honest. Yeah. Which makes the CPC obviously much higher.
Scott, what's the solution to that, Google inflation?
Well, actually, the Google has removed the quality score and mass takes into consideration. So I would say if you really want to be prominently up, then you would need to compete on a budget level. But I mean, of course, quality score should be always, you should be always trying to be above 6.10. 6 out of 10. Obviously, Google would prefer if you're higher the better, but you also should be also bidding it. So you should be always checking the impression share, and if you're noticing that you're not showing up, then you might want to increase the budget.
So clicking on your competitor's website is not a good strategy because that only improved their quality score, right? Yes. So, just outbid them, right? So you would put more budget, so you're more prominently there. So, Okay, let me ask Tina a question. So what are some of your frustration about Hong Kong companies or Asian companies in general that you take on and they ask some kind of stupid questions or their in-house marketing? What kind of frustrations do you have, like with typical clients, besides they don't pay?
Yeah, but I don't feel like frustration. I feel like a challenge.
Okay.
And I do understand where they come from, and that's why you have the agencies, right?
I heard.
So why do agencies exist? That's purely because Google is a huge digital marketing channel. Facebook is a huge digital marketing channel.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way they communicate sometimes, not everyone understands it. I was lucky that I worked. I know behind those closed doors, and I know the frustrations of the agencies, of the clients. Okay. But agency is nothing more than doing the work of Google and Facebook, basically.
Okay.
And that's because the trainings and you need to really get specialized in what you're doing.
Okay.
And that's why agencies exist. I mean, and Google and Facebook reward agencies quite well as well. If you do it well, you're getting final clients, it's win-win for them. You're getting money for that as well. So you're a key player in the digital marketing landscape, also from Google and Facebook. So they want to encourage you and they want to make you a partner. If they're seeing that you're getting high quality, housing accounts, let's say, then it will help you. You will get account manager of that. So for them, it's crucial. Frustration is for me maybe, I just had with one client, we were doing both, and he said literally after 2 weeks, there's no commercial, we should stop. So, not how it works. You need to give it a time. And, it might maybe not give a conversion immediately.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's not helping. So then what I did, I went into analytics and I showed them the conversion path and I said, look, that ad did contribute to the conversion.
Yeah.
So even though that channel is not bringing me sales directly, because all entrepreneurs and all people I work with, they want sales right away.
Yeah.
It's not how that works.
Yeah.
Especially if you're cold selling it, people don't know you yet, you're not a big brand. I mean, you would need to work on that part as well, right? So frustration is, I guess, the lack of knowledge in that sense that maybe want to pull out the budget. Well, I'm like, no, please don't do that because it does help. And then I just showed them the data and I said, look, it was on a path to conversion. So if we pull out the budget there, you will lose that conversion.
So if you bring customers to their website and it doesn't convert, will you advise them on their landing page and
absolutely.
Yeah, because the frustration I have with a lot of agencies in Hong Kong is, I'm bringing customers to your website. The fact that your website doesn't convert, that's not my problem. No, that is your problem because that's all in one package, man. A lot of people deny their blames once they bring the traffic there. I think they need to assist in the design and the product,
Yeah, but I think in a way that I understand that they cannot do that, because they're not specialized maybe in UX design and they don't understand.
Yeah.
But I do think as an agency,
yeah,
I do understand it. So I think it's a whole customer journey. And let's say I bring you 1 million visitors on your website, but if your website is slow and crappy, it's not going to convert.
But you should advise on the layout and the UX,
of course,
right?
because it's in mind. It's a win-win, right?
Yes.
If I advise them, it brings conversion.
Yeah.
The client gets more money, more budget. So of course I want that. So I definitely look at that. I look at quality scores indicating poor landing experience. I'll definitely look at it.
Yeah.
I advise the client to put some keywords on his site because I know that the keywords are most searched.
Yeah.
So he needs to have it there. I look at their speed on the website. I look at
everything.
You order.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. I mean,
that's good.
And also I look at the price strategy. That's very important too.
Yeah.
If you are an unknown player in your industry and you are pushing higher prices, you cannot justify it as a unique selling proposition. You might not sell well, and I might give you a lot of leads, but they will not convert. So I think the price strategy is something that sometimes I also pass.
Yeah.
I think let's do promotion and let's see if that leads to more sales or not, so that we know can actually exclude the price problem, right?
Yeah.
Because if I see more sales coming in 10, 20% off, then I think, okay, so they're more price driven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, or maybe he didn't put his unique selling proposition like that. It's good quality and, why are you more expensive than the competitors? Because people will always try to go for a cheaper sometimes, just to buy online. That's why you go online, right? You buy cheap.
Yeah.
And if you buy very expensive, then it better be good brand that you know. Yeah. Otherwise, you're not going to waste the money. And if you will, then you're going to check out their Facebook page. You're going to check out the reviews. You're going to do your research. So if you're going to sell on those channels too, then the chances might be not that high. I think. So everything counts. So I try to look at everything as well.
Yeah. Okay.
And I advise them, and typically sometimes they have a website developer, they can kind of, go into it and adjust those things. Sometimes it's as simple as a text already that gives them more conversions, right?
Okay. Scott, you got any questions you want to ask Tina?
Yeah, Tina, I'm curious, having worked at both Facebook and Google, and now there in Hong Kong, as we start off this conversation, you feel like the Hong Kong marketing piece is a couple years behind other parts of the world. Let's take that plus kind of emerging technology. So we have things, obviously mobile's coming along strong and has been for some time. We're starting to get some a real push in AI, and now quite a bit in voice search. I think they're predicting that, I think I read an article today that the prediction is that half of all searches will be voice search by 2020. Do you think that I'm curious, do you think that there will be some technologies that are skipped over in favor of newer technologies that will come on and take over before then? And the analogy I would draw back is, back when I was much younger, and this is going to date me by a long shot, is that there were pagers around, and you would call up a number, and you just leave a message, and then somebody was carrying around a pager, and they would get that and they would get that there was a message, and they have to call in and get the message from their pager. But that's how they knew that they had a call was from a pager, because we didn't have cell phones then. But those came around to certain people, but they got skipped over by the rest of the world because the technology became so ubiquitous. A cell phone became so ubiquitous, we didn't need that. Do you feel like there's some of the technology that's coming around now that will skip over in the Asian market and get onto something much more advanced, or do you think it's just going to be progressively added on at that same pace? Do you have thoughts on that?
I think it will be progressively. Because I see how much they're lagging behind already. So I don't see it really fast growing that much. Instantly, like simple things like websites, for example. I have seen some website of corporate companies. I'm like, hasn't been touched like 10 years. So I mean, and also they move slower. They move slower, especially the bigger corporations. So in Hong Kong, if you ask me, I'm definitely going to be a slow progress. I mean, just now, I think a couple of months ago, the online advertising spend surpassed the offline.
More than offline? More than offline.
It's more than offline now. Yes.
Recently.
It happened I don't know how long that already been the case in Europe. I think as long as Facebook newsfeed exists and AdWords exists.
Yeah.
I do think, and the technologies you mentioned. I mean, some technologies like AI, bots, Messenger, that drives more customer. Other channels like customer service channels and stuff like that. I still need to see how that works out in terms of also like ads, advertising, and how you can plug into that. Yeah, but I don't foresee a huge growth in that here for now. Because I also know when Google or Facebook launches something new, Asia I think is the last market to be hit by it.
Yeah, tell me about it. Scott always
launched the product and it's already available in US like a year. And then it hasn't even arrived in Asia. So Google and Facebook in Asia move slow as well.
Can I interrupt you with a story? It's like sometimes Scott would tell me a function that's been around for example, search. That when people press search, you basically know if they're a man or a woman, or you can target them in search, not display, right? So you ask the Google head office in Hong Kong, oh no, we don't have this function. Oh no. And then 2 weeks later they call you, oh, we secretly have this function, but we can't give it to you unless you sign an NDA not to disclose it. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
That has been more than one time. Huh? So I guess
Kevin, that's all. I'm just helping you out.
So the case is,
for example, I as an agency, I try to also connect with them. So there's new thing coming out like Partner Connect. Not able. I just like.
Do you ski?
Able to join.
Do you ski, Tina?
Sorry.
Do you ski?
Yeah, so it was Partner Connect. So it's
No. This is a bit of an offline question. Do you ski, like skiing?
Oh, skiing. Oh, sorry. No, I don't.
See, the trick, and I don't mind, I think Scott doesn't mind me showing, is you have to know these guys, they go skiing with them. Then they tell you things on the ski lift, right?
That's I agree that it helps.
That's an inside joke, right? But I think like as an agency, based on what I heard from Scott and from you, is you got to know the people inside, and then if you know the people inside, and they will give you a heads up what's coming up, and if you can market the product like even half a year in advance, you got it made. Can you elaborate on that a bit, Scott?
Yeah, go ahead, Tina, if you want to take that one first.
No. Just, can you repeat it again? Sorry, I'm sorry, I got interrupted by someone coming in. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
No, what I'm saying is you got to know these product managers in Google and Facebook personally, have a one-on-one relationship with them. So if there's anything that's coming out new, they'll give you a heads up or maybe a beta test it. And that gives you a huge advantage compared to your peers.
Absolutely. But in order to do that, you need to be a big client or big spender.
Do you need to be a big spender on that as well, or just a friendship would do?
Google, yes.
Google, yes?
Google, you have to be a big spender. On Facebook, you need to be a known brand.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that a bit, Scott?
Yeah, I would. I'm guessing it's different. It's different all over. So I've been in cases where, and Tina, I would agree, you have to have a minimum spend so that you have an account management team and you have those pieces. But I don't necessarily think you have to be the biggest spender there, but be more aggressive. So there's been several cases in my career where we haven't been even in the top 10 spenders or maybe in the top 50, but we're more aggressive and we're willing to share the information and the data. In those cases, then we're able to work with some great great product managers. We've gone into we will go out and test this. We'll share the data and see this. The last company I was in, we were in travel. Travel has some of the biggest spenders in the world. And while we had a significant budget, we were not spending $1 billion either. So we weren't necessarily the biggest, but we were very aggressive. And one of the things, so an example was willing to test some of the call center features or call features that Google was rolling out. So click to call, we were on the first beta for that. When we did click to message, text to message, some of those betas that all kind of came through call center stuff. By helping out the product managers and giving them information and then going back and helping them, then we had the opportunity to help influence the product and how it was deployed and get kind of a head start on it so that we were using it well before it came out to the market, kind of worked out some of those bugs and gave us a leg up on that. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask a question. As a retailer, you do a lot of online retailing. If I have a brick and mortar shop and I want more business, how can I protect myself from these online retailers through digital marketing? Because right now the consumers are more lazy; they want their stuff delivered. What would be good for a brick and mortar company to compete against online retailers?
Yeah, so the offline shops, right, when people then go in and how you can drive. So I think both Facebook and Google, you can do a lot of targeting on location.
Okay.
So you can have specific people actually targeting in that area.
Okay.
They can actually drive people to the store or wherever you want them to go. I think that's quite strong. We're experimenting now with one because one of my clients has an online store and they just launched an offline store in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And it's interesting. We're exploring different options to target people. You can have just an online ad, targeting the target audience and tell them, okay, just go there.
Yeah.
But you can also have a mobile strategy where you actually appear in their newsfeed at the moment they're in the area.
Okay, so this is for Facebook or Google?
This is for Facebook.
Okay.
For Google, you can do also the same. So it's also location targeting.
Yeah.
So you can use that because you're located in an area. You want to target people that are around that area.
Yeah.
And then you can target simply mobile at certain hours. And same with Facebook. So there is a strategy for both that you can tap into actually. And it's pretty cool because it's very targeted. It's very on location based.
Okay.
Facebook goes even further into interest, demographics, stuff like that. So I can literally then drive people in that area if they're on the phone and if they're checking anything, right?
So you can drive them if they're on the phone?
Yeah, so Facebook has this thing called business location.
Okay.
And when the ad appears, it's on a mobile and it has when you click on it, it gives you just directions on a map where to go.
Oh, really?
And you can make that. Yeah.
Can you send me a link, like a screenshot of that later or something like that? Maybe I can put it on the website.
Yeah. If you have a business manager, it's easiest.
Okay.
And if your business manager set up on Facebook, then there is this option that you can just it's like, you can have a lot of different shops. You can just add a location.
Okay.
And it becomes like something people can check in as well. They can rate it.
Oh, okay.
Talk about it.
So it's like a fan page.
It becomes like it becomes like a part of it.
Okay.
And you can drive from that people directly to that store. So that's very cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you can. But right now, I think Facebook and Google are both trying to steal each other's market, in a sense that Facebook are more into search now, like on demand, and Google is more into the Facebook function. Can you explain what your feeling on this is?
Yeah, I think Google is terrified. And Google is terrified of mobile.
Okay.
Because, I mean, no one, not any other app, people are engaging that on Facebook or Instagram or mobile. This is a share of the market that Google, I'm sure, is terrified.
Okay.
Because obviously advertisers are switching budget. It has been going on now quite a while. Facebook launching news feed and able to target it at.
Yeah.
Simply, Facebook knows more about people. Just simply that. So the targeting is brilliant, right? I mean, Google doesn't know that much in details. They don't. So having that, advertisers seeing the possibility, shifting their budget, dividing the budget, literally what I'm doing as well, right? I don't put everything in one basket, so I'm going to spread it.
Okay.
It's their budget.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're taking your search budget because that's first, right? And that's the one that drives quality traffic, and you put it on social.
Oh, okay.
And that has been quite a concern. That has been also attributed to Google Plus, which no one actually.
Okay.
It's like a foster child that no one looks at. I do think it's good for SEO to be on Google Plus still.
Google Plus is still around? I thought it's been gone.
Yeah, but I do think that organic results do look at that too. So I do feel that you're online. You want to be on Google Plus still.
Okay.
Like even no one checks it, just make sure you're on it.
Do you agree? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
So looking at that, I do think that Google might be losing out some budget to mobile Facebook, which is much stronger, and mind you, Facebook and Instagram, so they're big. And that's a concern, because obviously the Google's, the income in advertising, it's their...
What about video? If I have a good video of my product or something, where do you think I should put it? Should I put it on YouTube or should I put it on Facebook? Just say I have a video.
You should do both. You should do definitely both.
And what would be the effect of YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube link.
Sorry?
Never put YouTube link on Facebook though. Don't do that.
Because they cut you in half, right?
Yeah, you need to. So both. So you can boost. You can advertise with YouTube ads.
Yeah.
Which need to test if that works or not for your audience, and then what that result in.
Yeah.
And on Facebook, you need to upload the video there, their format, because if you do YouTube link, it's just gonna skew it. It's not gonna look good. They don't like YouTube links.
Yeah.
Obviously, Facebook doesn't prefer YouTube links.
Yeah.
So then you should go from video. And I do think your video is quite good on Facebook, and purely because you can retarget the ones that saw your ad with a different message.
But can't you do that with YouTube as well?
I have no idea.
Scott, what do you think? If I have a good TV commercial I want to put on digital, YouTube or Facebook, which way to go?
I think there's opportunities for both in those cases. I don't think that you would isolate to one or the other. I think you would do both. It depends, and you would target it towards different audiences. I think I agree that there are some differences between the two, right? And depending on what you're trying to accomplish, who your audience is, and where and what type of products you have, and where they're at in the buying cycle, you use each product differently. To Tina's point earlier, Google serves better from a kind of a pure search standpoint, but Facebook can seed an idea or a product beforehand, and the audiences there are really good. Google, I think, is making some headway in the audiences from a remarketing and reach out standpoint, but Facebook kind of owns that space right now. But the other thing I would say is, a year from now, it's all going to be different. And 2 years from now, it's going to be completely different.
Really?
So it's constantly evolving and changing, which is great.
You think a third player will come out?
Oh, Tina, I'm curious in your thoughts on this one first.
Go ahead. Amazon.
So what do you think about search? If that will be more prominent, you said, or?
No, is there going to be a third player outside Facebook or Google that will have a dominant role in marketing? Maybe Amazon?
I think the one that I see, but it's a little bit of standing aside, is HubSpot, so it's more inbound marketing.
Is for what?
Inbound marketing.
Okay.
Like HubSpot, I don't know if you heard of it, but HubSpot basically helps you to be more organically a little better with your content. So it helps your content side.
Okay.
Any other? You never know. It changes so quickly. I mean, you have I've seen some conversions coming in from DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo?
It's like a new search engine.
Okay.
Typically very different. And I read a story about some typical kind of Facebook rival popping up.
Okay.
No idea how that will go. So it really depends where, even Snapchat though, because I know that Snapchat is launched advertising part now in the US, I think also in Europe.
Okay.
That works there.
Okay.
And so they are doing advertising now as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, we just need to see, I think it's a different landscape, a different country, different players. Obviously here you have WeChat, Weibo, so it's,
okay.
kind of different. Interesting to see what pops up.
Okay, interesting. I got a question for you, Tina. So, where do you see your company maybe 1 or 2 years from now? How many people will you have? What kind of portfolio would you try to build for your customer base? Would you expand outside Hong Kong?
Yeah, that's a very good question because yesterday I met an investor.
Wow.
Which is actually to put money for me to really accelerate the growth.
Okay, congratulations.
In Asia.
Okay.
Cube. I haven't decided yet, so I will just negotiate.
Okay.
How I see it is I foresee I'm testing the market currently in Hong Kong, but I'm definitely looking overseas.
Okay.
I see what I want to do. My goal is for Hong Kong to really build a good team, quality people in all areas of digital marketing.
Okay.
So content, Facebook, someone who's very good at data analytics.
Okay.
A really good team. I try to hire as Googlers, ex-Facebookers, but that's a little bit difficult here.
You're going to hire Facebook people in Hong Kong, right?
Yes, I really want to. Yes, I want to. It's one of my goals.
It's really hard. It's really hard in Hong Kong.
It is hard, but it is. But I can always try, right? I mean, I have another agency that has been a while in the Netherlands. It's actually started by ex-Googler, only hiring ex-Googlers as well. And he got in touch with me recently, and it's a very good strategy to do as well because you're hiring actually quality, really good people for that too.
Okay.
But I know it's a challenge, but it will be always my goal to do. Let's say I will always try and be a lookout to do that. But then again, I need to see how it scales. I need to see how many clients I can get on board. How fast it can move. It really, really depends. I would want to expand faster, and that said, I would need an investor.
Well,
and I would love to be in Singapore, Vietnam, Taiwan.
That'll be good.
Get my foot in Asia. Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of opportunities there, I think.
Yeah, one of my good friend, iClick, they just IPO'd for $250 million US in NASDAQ after 15 years.
Wow.
I knew him. He started with 2 guys. Now they have 400 people all across China, 25 offices. So they're doing really well. Their main thing was programmatic, which was good at the beginning, but I see a conflict in the sense that it's really hard to do programmatic and grow an agency because programmatic filters out all the inefficient clicks, right, and inefficient bids, right? But if you're trying to grow your income as an agency, how can you keep on filtering these costs out for your clients, right? So he was moving away from programmatic at the end, I think. But anyways, good. All the best for him. He's doing well now. So yeah, I think there's a huge market for Hong Kong, especially for retailers, because a lot of retailers are getting attacked by online. I think online will have a huge impact on retailers in Asia in the next 5 years because everybody's getting more and more accustomed. In Hong Kong, we have a very big company called HK Mall. It's like a online retailer shop. It's getting traction now. So yeah, I mean, a lot of retailers having a lot of problems in Hong Kong. I think that they may need your help. Yeah. Any final things you want to ask? Yep, sorry.
Yeah, so it's not only Hong Kong, right? I mean, let's look at China. I mean, I do need to do marketing in China, so I'm not going to be specialized, but it's just not my specialty way that I plan to. However, I do realize that there are also clients in China that want to actually explore Europe and the US, and I do feel that's a huge market to tap into as well. Yeah. Because it's currently, there are agencies helping, let's say, European companies explore China and how to do it there, because that's, a different kind of piece on its own how to do that. It's very complicated, right? Yeah. However, other way around, it's also very interesting because the last lead came in was a car manufacturer actually from China that wants to compete with Tesla.
Wow.
And they had a lot of budget, so that's really interesting. That's where things got really interesting.
So they approached you already?
So, I wish. No.
Soon.
But just to indicate. But that indicated me, like, wait a minute, this is a market here too.
Yeah. So any questions? Yeah, Scott, you have for Tina? We can wrap it up today.
Tina, this has been really helpful. I appreciate you coming on and giving us your insight and your background. It's unique. You have a unique perspective on it, so thank you very much. It's been great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we can keep in touch.
Great talking to you guys.
Yeah, okay,
Definitely.
Well, yeah, we still have to do that lunch sometime. Sorry, today we've both been very busy. I'll give you a call again soon for that lunch.
Yeah, please do. And good luck, both of you guys. I think whatever you do, follow Kevin, so it's great.
So when you met me last time, I was still in a lot of crisis with my storage and all that, but now it's slowly picking back up. So I'm still starting to look in digital again. Before there's nothing to market because everything was closed down. Now as we're sorry.
I do admire you for that. So, I do think things can go wrong and things can happen. That's life. We don't control that, but I think you can control how you deal with it. Yeah. And I think it's admirable that you kind of put yourself together and just went on and do your own thing. So
but I think both of you guys taught me a lot about marketing in general. So I'm a different man now since I met you two.
Well, keep learning, right? Even I'm still I'm never going to say I know everything about digital marketing because every day I'm surprised I find something new. So it's an ongoing learning process, even for agents.
Okay. So I guess we'll wrap it up again for today, and we'll talk again in the next episode.
Thank you for listening to Digital to Foot Traffic. Join our mailing list at digitaltofoottraffic.com for more of our digital insights and strategies.
Leave us a review on iTunes or your favorite Android apps and subscribe so we'll show you the second we launch a new episode.